The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back at it again. You found The Local Show. Thank you for joining us. We always appreciate our 1 to 5 listeners.
Tom, that's not true. There's thousands, and it's kind of fun, actually.
Yes, let Steve believe that there's thousands because it makes us evil.
Like Tony from a few sets ago, because we listen to you guys all the time, so that works. By the way, quick flare.
Yes,
Safe Harbor Wilson Trust, should have mentioned earlier, has a workshop next Tuesday, the 12th. That's right. I think it's Tuesday, the 12th.
Probably not.
They have room. How to protect your home and life savings. It's a free workshop. If you haven't done anything, go to their free workshop. Phone number 370-9977. You can register and go and learn a bunch of stuff, or go to safeharborwilsontrust.com. Tom.
Is that Tuesday the 12th?
That's the Tuesday. What did I say?
No, you didn't.
I got it right. Wow, that's a first.
I was just double checking to make sure we got that.
No, I never make mistakes like that.
All right, good. Erin Powell is back with us. A miracle that people return, and I'm always impressed with that. She's the owner of JDog Junk Removal and Hauling, or if you want to combine it all, I call it JDog Junk.
Yes, Jadunk.
Jadunk. There you go. JDog Junk Removal. How are you there, Erin?
I'm great, thanks. How are you guys?
Good. You brought a guest. He's going to remain silent in the background there. Who is that guy?
That is my husband,
Oh,
also Erin Powell.
There's two.
That's so weird.
Yeah, but there's an Erin, Erin with an E, and there's an Aaron. So she's the Erin, and he's the Aaron.
Oh, he is. So he spells it differently, right?
He does, yes.
Did you guys do something funky for your wedding? Like, did you have a special sign made, Erin and Erin, or?
No, we didn't, but there was a lot of giggling when it was, Erin, do you take Erin?
Yeah,
very funny.
Very good. So you guys teamed up. Why JDog and why Junk?
Well, honestly, we had looked into, it's a franchise,
okay.
JDog Junk Removal and Hauling, and we had looked into it for probably 3 years. We were, talking about it and, whether it was a good idea for us to kind of jump at it. Well, COVID hit, and we had a lot of time on our hands because both of us had a job where we were now at home. We had purchased a pretty large farm, and we started to go through the farm and do a lot of clean out. We were renting dumpsters. We were tearing down some buildings and reusing the items that we were tearing down. And we'd already known about JDog, and we're like, this is what JDog does. And both of us were working together 24 hours a day. We were getting along really well. We tend to do that. We don't fight. We don't argue.
Maybe you should have gotten
why don't we just do this?
You should have done marriage counseling because people could use that.
No, I don't know if he'd be so good at that. But that's really what made us go ahead and take that leap. Erin went, and he kind of started first. He was on the truck and doing that while I kept my foot in corporate America. And
what did you do for corporate?
We talked about this on the last show.
We have new listeners every show.
No. I worked for Lincoln Tech, which is a trade school. So we were going into schools and talking to kids about staying in, the trades.
Yeah,
and
great.
Blue-collar workers. So,
very admirable.
And that's kind of what we're doing now too. So
what exactly does a day look like? What do you guys do? Who do you help, and how do you help them?
Every single day is different, which is really cool about this job. Most days are different unless we're on a long job.
Yeah.
We could be like today. This morning, Erin was in taking out old moldy insulation from a basement.
Oh, that sounds fun.
And then we're coming to do the show, and this afternoon, we're going to go haul out a full-size, fully assembled pool table out of a basement.
Those are heavy.
Yeah.
They're very heavy.
I guess the big question is, did you shower before you came here at all?
I'm not going to say silent on that.
So what do you do with the stuff? I mean, because there's and I know we talked about this a little before, but there's stuff that is flat out junk, and there's stuff that has some value and maybe has a purpose. How do you navigate that?
Well, we're really careful with that. We do try to keep 60 to 80% of the items that we pick up out of the landfill.
Wow.
Whether that means, if we're picking up a piano that is no longer working and nobody wants it, we'll take and get the metal out of the center of it and bring that to the scrapyard and dispose of the wood. If there's items that are donatable or reusable, we donate those items to people in need.
And people probably like that because something is a treasure, but it isn't. Now,
correct me if I'm wrong, that's a little different than some junk removal companies that just remove junk and throw it away.
I believe so.
That's definitely a different model.
I definitely believe so, but we focus on what we do, so.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So who do you give the stuff to?
Different charities around the area. There's a great store in Canastota I call the Opportunity Shop, where their items, people go in there, they can get vouchers if they're in need from other different organizations, and get free clothing for their kids for back to school. We donate to, I'm drawing a blank right now, to some of them.
That's fine. That's fine. I know you're veteran owned. You guys
we are veteran owned. We do. We try to donate to veterans in need first and foremost.
Were you both in the military, or was it?
No, just Erin.
Just the other Erin.
Just Erin. Although most people assume that I was in the military as well.
Is that because you're tough?
I don't know. Maybe. I think it's because I can carry up a pool table with me.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Now, what will you do with this pool table? Will you reassemble it? Will you resell it, or take
Most likely, this will be disassembled and disposed of.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Old pool tables are
those big pieces of slate or something.
Oh,
I
my
do not
gosh.
envy what you're doing.
Yeah, we don't know if it's a full piece or if it's in multiple pieces.
Usually,
together,
they come in pieces, and it's then they're more manageable at least.
right.
Yeah.
What's the process if someone's they've been looking at their basement or looking at the barn out back and thinking about it or talking about it? How do you determine what's done, what you charge, how long it takes? What's the process? How does someone figure all that out?
Especially if it's a job where somebody's looking at their basement or garage and they're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's the time where I go and do a free estimate. I'll come and take a look at it, and you can point and tell me what you think you want removed. And at that point, I'm pretty good at doing an accurate estimate, even if it's a hoarded basement or
right.
attic
And
or
I think
barn.
you guys are very friendly to seniors as well, right? So in other words, if a senior might have to clean out a bunch of stuff, and say they had like a little ottoman or something that had to be put together, would you put that ottoman together for them as well as take out their old stuff?
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll move
different.
furniture around if people are having some stuff removed. We've done this where somebody knows they are going to have to be in a wheelchair, or they're going to have care come into the home, and they do want to, get rid of a few items, and then we can rearrange stuff. If they need their bedroom brought downstairs, we can do that. We'll disassemble their bed and we'll bring it down to a downstairs bedroom.
That's a great service.
Yeah.
So if Tom was that little man, you'd be like, be quiet, old man. We're doing what we're doing. Leave us alone. You wouldn't treat him that way.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But people want people they can trust, Tom, right?
Yeah,
and it goes to these people are often coming in your home. Some people call it junk. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But you're walking around and through treasures or things that are important to them. That whole personal touch.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
absolutely.
And some of the reviews you guys have, it seems like people like you. What's that all about?
Well, our shirts say it. Erin was in the military. Respect, integrity, and trust is very important to us.
Right. What are the top 3 things you always have to move?
Have to move or remove?
Yeah, remove.
Top 3 things. Couches, people getting new furniture. Furniture stores no longer take furniture when they come pick it up.
That weird.
And it's got a sleeper bed in it. The thing weighs 10,000, and then it opens on the thing. And
Yep, same thing with mattresses and box springs. Those are very common.
How about refrigerators? You move
them? But they're always in the basement.
Oh,
Can you get the fridge in our basement or the freezer in our basement?
Crazy.
That is that's fun to move. And sometimes they have not been cleaned out yet. So
that's even worse.
And then another thing. The third. Pianos have been popular this week. I think we have 3 this week.
Piano week.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
if they're working pianos?
No, not always.
Think of it, you just don't go move that piano. That's a big deal, to move. So JDog.com.
Yep.
Correct. So they can call you, ask questions, maybe get a quote. They also could call 264-8472.
Correct.
Does that work?
Yes,
Okay.
that
You
does
look
work.
like you were doubting me there for a second. I can see it in your eyes. That's okay.
No.
264-8472. Ask for Erin or Erin, unless they're on an Erin. But they'll answer the phone. JDog, we're so glad you're here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
All right.